Hey, Greg Provence here with GP Hospitality Partners, and this is just a quick video to talk about a subject that I think is particularly interesting, and that is around breaking the rules in our restaurants. Now, I know that sounds a little out there when it comes to the fact that we try to do our best to train our teams to do things by the book and to create policies and procedures and things and rules we want people to follow so that our operations run well. But sometimes I think it's really important that we understand how and when to break the rules. And so one example of that is, I worked with a chef one time who we had a taco plate, and it was 3 tacos on a plate that was served with this order. And anytime a guest would ask to split that plate, the chef would literally saw one of the tacos in half and give each guest 1.5 tacos. Now, you can imagine that's a bit unsightly and a little bit concerning when you receive a plate like this on your table with a half a taco. And this was a fine dining establishment, by the way. And so I went to the chef and I'm like, hey, why don't we just give them another taco so that they each get 2 tacos? And he couldn't understand this concept because he was so concerned about food costs and those types of things, understandably so. But as far as the guest experience is concerned, we were seriously compromising the expectation of the guest, which is to give us value and give us an amazing experience. So I asked him, how many times do we actually have to do this, on a weekly basis? How many tacos are we sawing in half? And he said, well, not that many. And I said, okay, well, then isn't it worth just to give a taco away from here and there when something like this happens to make that guest super happy? So that was one way we decided we needed to break the rules, right? Another way I love to break the rules is at this same establishment, I used to love to bring kids into the kitchen to make desserts for their families, especially if a parent was celebrating a birthday or something like that. And so, usually you don't want to bring guests into your kitchen to work on the line on a busy Saturday night, but we would regularly bring kids in there to make sundaes and make desserts for their families. And as the kids would parade through the dining room with these desserts they made, they were so proud and happy. All the guests would turn to see what happened, and it caused such a beautiful conversation to happen throughout the dining room, and it created great energy. And again, we broke the rules. So I encourage you as restaurant owners to think about different ways that you can sort of live outside of the box a little and go over and above and beyond to give great guest experience, and ask yourself how sometimes breaking the rules can really work in your advantage to giving that great experience. As always, if there's anything I can ever personally do for you, don't hesitate to ask. Reach out by email, or better yet, go ahead and sign up for a free strategy session with me where we'll uncover your most pressing issues and we'll put together a plan for you moving forward. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of my network, and look forward to seeing you soon.